here. Alright, so hello everyone. It's me, Carrie Overdrive, doing her doing her designated topic in Mastermind. Finally, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be fishing. Uh, I think some of you are aware of the fact that I got to level 100 FSH in like 24 hours of the server coming out. Largely because I was doing it from a Steam Deck. That was something. Controller players are by far Heideland's strongest soldiers. I actually don't know how to play on controller. And so I kind of did that on a Steam Deck. And I didn't leave Tuliolal. I was in Tuliolal the entire time. There's actually no leave fish in Tuliolal, unlike in Old Charlian. So it was a combination of ocean fishing every hour, Patience 2 fishing in Tuliolal, and then mostly just kind of futzing around with manuals and food and things like that. So that was fun. Also, you can't fish here in the inn room. I'm in the forward cabins, and I can't, like, this is where, like, I'm supposed to be able to fish here, right? Like, in theory, I'm supposed to be able to fish here. But I can't fish here because SE personally hates me. Like, why'd you put all this water here for the first time in an inn room and then say, oh yeah, you can't even fucking cast out, like. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It's a nice room, you just can't fish from it. Despite being, supposedly, ostensibly being able to. And you are actually. This is actually a fishing hole, for the record. Step outside of your cabin and you can fish to your heart's content. No, you just can't fish in the bloody room. So yeah, one of the things that I realized quite quickly when is that I found the bisfood quite early, the fisher bisfood quite early, and it is nasi goreng. That's our GP gathering food. So and it requires shrimp. So I think first things first is you identify your GP and your gathering food, because that's the most important stats as a fisher. You don't really care about perception so much. It's like it's not really a stat I personally care about as a fisher. Because I don't go for size records. I am not one of those people that is currently going for like the largest problematicus or something. But it is useful. Like, there's some level of perception is alright, because you need that for Aether Sands, you need that for collectibles, and I'm not saying don't ignore perception completely. It's just not, you're not gated from fish by your perception stat, if you're unlike botanist or gatherer, where you're actually actively gated from gathering the node if you don't have the correct perception stat. If you don't gather, just a message comes up say you have insufficient gathering to get this thing, and then that's kind of, and you just have to try again. And then I think it's just big fish that have perception gateways. Obviously things like your level, the bait you're using, the hole that you end up in, the gear you're at has a lot of things to do with the extenuating circumstances of catching fish. But yeah, easy way to kind of start the leveling train is to pop Patience 2, go to the forward cabins. If you're level 90, that is. And if you're kind of waiting for the ocean fishing boat to happen, you just go and just start fishing here. The forward cabins is pretty good because the stardust shrimp you get ends up in the nasi goreng you end up cooking anyway. So you just fish here for a while. There's nothing, like, you don't really use any of your kit specifically at this juncture, because there isn't, like, you do get things that make fishing interesting, but they don't really apply to kind of like these baby holes. This is just in this hole. You have many reasons scale silver sides, and then 3 fish you don't care about, and then a fish you do care about. So this is super common, and this is kind of like somewhat rare. Not the rarest fish in the hole, but rare enough. I do like nasi goreng. I think it's actually really tasty in real life. I don't know. There's some schools of thought saying that you have to eat it cold, but I don't know. Some people like you have to have it lukewarm and not hot, and there's just like a specific temperature you're supposed to eat it at. So I don't know. Actually, don't know the correct way to use for this, but we're gonna check right now what's up. So there's copper shark, orca frog. Actually, you know, we're gonna go for carp. We're gonna go for some carp fishing. Let's go to the dead mall. Oh, I went to the wrong. Oops. Up here, not the one down here. I'm of the belief that Living Memory is a dead mall. It is 100% dead mall vibes. And then so we're gonna go to. The great thing about having to do about the Aether Sandfish is that it's not necessarily time gated. You just kind of need patience. Hey, it's. What is actually the word for that? I can't remember. It is popperdors. Okay. So first things first. Very, very simple. You just need to be a level 100 fisher. You need to be able to use popper lures. Gonna. Do I want Pon's cake or nasi goreng? I'm gonna eat Pon's cake because I kinda skimped on GP a little bit, just a tiny bit. Actually, no, I'll eat nasi goreng. It's fine. I'll eat the nasi goreng, and then cast out with my popper lure. Wrong one! Not ambitious lure. Oh, wait, is it ambitious lure? Okay, it is ambitious lure. Not modest lure. So 1. No message. 2. Oh, there we go. A dark form looms in the water. And then we're going to wait. And see if we get... Nope, that's not it. That's not it. We have to wait for 2 exclamation point. So we're going to do that again. Like, a lot of the fish in Dawn Trail take a relatively long time to bite. Oop, there we go. A dark form looms in the water because of this of the added skills with ambitious lure and modest lure. They want to give you enough time to catch it, obviously, and FSH hits 1000 GP very handily. Like it was able to hit it last X pack, so as a result, it's. And sometimes you just don't get the message that the fish you're looking for is there. So you just kind of go there. Oop. That's not it. I need my carp. And aside from new skills, you do have some revisions to old skills. We've got rest, which is a great way to stop fishing without having to, like, to release any of your statuses, I guess. That's the best way to describe it. The alternative is to go spearfishing, which I find a lot more stressful because there's a limited time period to interact with the hole. And then if you, because sometimes for spearfishing, you are time limited by the amount of, like, your breath timer. I forget what it's called. So if nothing comes up in your breath timer, it's just, okay, you gotta go find the other hole. Spearfishing's aight. Spearfishing is okay. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it either. Okay, once more. I don't know the actual percentages of what makes ambitious lure and modest lure work. I would like to know, but I don't think there's enough testing yet on well, as exact as we can get it numbers. But for the purposes of what we do, it works. Oh, come on. I need to. Do I have to slap that? I'm gonna have to slap that. Yeah. Slap that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to lure this large-sized fish onto my hook. It's gotcha. This is what this is. This is gotcha. They've introduced gotcha mechanics to my fishing, more so than they have done already. By God. Like I'm effectively doing a pull every time that I spend my GP for the chance of getting an SSR fish. And sometimes the SSR fish doesn't come. Or I don't get any fish at all because I don't want the fish. Is this the most efficient way to get 8%? Probably not. Spearfishing probably is more consistent. Lure this in. Because why not? You have a feeling your next cast will land a large size fish. I'll go reel in the large size fish, I guess. There aren't even that fish in this hole. There's only 4. Okay, let's continue. Not being gated by perception, but more like your gathering is the interesting part about this fish. I think it's easier to. What is that noise? Is there? Oh, it's a tree. The walking tree behind me. That's what that is. I was like, what is making that noise in the background? And it's just a mob being very close to me. Oh, there it is. A dark form looms into the water. Let's go. If this is a... Yep, that's gonna be a clarion carp. Fingers crossed. And it is. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. It's fine. It's more GP efficient to use price cast in this instance because it's easily isolatable to get the clarion carp. So you don't necessarily need to use patience 2 at this point. You're better, like, when people say, oh, is there skill involved in fishing? GP management is the biggest skill that you can figure out how to do. The sooner you figure out kind of the pathways for spending your GP efficiently, the more you'll get out of fishing. Because there's 2 factors when you decide you want to use your skills. How long do I have left in the window? And, can I afford to spend this GP? How long will it be until I get my high cordial off cooldown? Not very long. And then each lure takes about 30 seconds to use, I guess. 30 seconds? 60 GP, I can count. It's 10, 20, 30. Okay. Oh, there it is. And it's just, I love that kind of like confirmation that the dark form looming in the water. It's great. Fine. Oh, good. Yeah. Fish. That is not the fish we want. I'm gonna wait for my GP to regenerate. It's fine. I've got time. So I'll pop prize catch and then we'll wait. It's fine. Not a big deal. And you get to take a look at the sights of the Dead Mall in Singapore, and then, you know, it's. I'm never going to stop making this joke because we are effectively, you know, in the botanical gardens in Singapore. I'm sorry. This just reminds me. The architecture reminds me particularly of the Singaporean gardens in Marina Bay. So, I bet it's humid here. Like, you can't tell me that living memory doesn't have oppressive humidity. Because it sure does to me. Unless, you know, it's like air conditioned. But I think that kind of would ruin... Or maybe it's like properly climate controlled. Is it properly climate controlled? I don't know. I'd like to know. But if it isn't, so be it. So be it. It like knowing what this is and like I don't really have much of an idea of the humidity of Eorzean climates, with you know, unless I have context clues. It strikes me that each different zone would have a different climate, a different climb. So I would like to think that Laynode Aero is very much oppressively Singaporean in the terms of it's on the equator, it's very warm. So we're gonna cast out now and see if we can get our Clarion Carp. Is this an efficient way to get script? Well, it's the only way to get script, really, if you want to. Because you want, like, the other alternative is to go spearfishing, so. And we don't have big fish yet. So, we're just gonna have to sit and wait. See where we get. What am I averaging for these? 10, 16. 10, 6, 8. I don't know if I've gotten much higher than, like, 1070, given my current perception. But I don't think it is significantly higher. For those of you who are unaware of what I'm talking about, we have fishers only have a right hand from Stormblood. We don't have. We've never had an update to our right hand. It doesn't have the same. It's only a flat 35 GP. There isn't much stats to it. It's better to have the 35 GP than not. However, the fact that you can't meld it, the fact that it's been kind of permanent up the 180, means that it's been very difficult to get any meaningful upgrades to the class, and also why my fisher is just like 647 and won't go any higher. The sad reality of fish is that we've had the same main hand for a few years now, unfortunately. If I could tell Yoshi P something, I would definitely ask for an upgraded main hand. Offhand, it has been how many years since Stormblood? Like, I started playing when Stormblood was around, so it's in the lifetime of the game through COVID, we still haven't had an upgrade. And we're level 100. We're at 710, 700 in terms of item level, and our main hand is still like sub 200. What is going on? I don't understand. Oh, dark form looming in. Nope, that is not what I needed. we don't get better gear until 7.1, and then that's gonna be the white gear that has no accessories, and then we're gonna have the actual like bisque gathering gear, the green gear at 7.3. So there's still a while yet. And in that time, Aetherton is gonna change. There's gonna be the food for gatherers will come out. But I would still get kind of my trifecta of food. So I've got my stuffed peppers, I've got my nasi goreng, and I've got my turali pineapple pons cake. So that's kind of like that'll keep me going for most of the expansion. Say that. And I'm probably gonna go through it quite quickly. I mean, what I like about fishing this expansion so far is that it's actually making me spend my GP. Because I felt like throughout lots of Dawn Trail, throughout most of Endwalker, I didn't spend a lot of my GP when I was big fishing. And I felt like a lot of the fish, legendary fish in particular, were not that impressive. It wasn't using the kit in a way that I thought it would be used, which is, it is what it is. I don't know what happened. I don't know what Fish Dev was doing during during Endwalker, but I wasn't necessarily wowed by a lot of the skills or their usage, even though we effectively had, you know, 4,450 extra GP thanks to Angler's Art. I can count today, I promise. My controversial gatherer take is that you should have a fixed percentage of not being able to gather per hit, just like fishing. And you know, if they're committed to kind of botanist and gather being sort of like downtime content that you don't really do with other people. Yeah, 1069, nice. I mean, we're gonna pop big game fish and then see what we get with that. Big game fish is the big fish. We're making it Lord. We're gonna get the big one. We're gonna try and max out the size of the fish best we can. It is based on your perception. So I've been most of the fishing I've been doing has been here for myth brine aether sand or sharks. I go and fish copper sharks. And yeah, that has been most of my fishing. And then sometimes you just, like, the fact that I don't get the proc on every single time I spend 60 GP. Thrilling! In a very strange way. In a very masochistic kind of way. Not like it matters too much. Nope. I'm not sure about the spacing for these. I just kind of pop all of them at the very beginning. Gives my GP time to regenerate. Though I don't know if there's like optimal timing for this. Is there even optimal timing? I don't know. Not yet, there isn't. But you do have time to press these buttons. Like, you have, in some cases, like a whole 30 seconds to press it. So, it's not like you don't have the time to press it like when you're targeting specific fish. And that's a deliberate part on the design of a lot of the fishing holes in Dawn Trail. So, good stuff. Very good stuff. My Quetzal needs to get out of the way, though. Yeah, you're gonna get bonked with the fishing rod if you're not careful, Mr. Quetzal. you lose sight of the dark form. I did get a large one of these, but unfortunately that's not what we want. I'm really like, can you make money selling Aether Sand like this? Yeah, you can. Um, you just gotta put like with any of the other gatherables, you just need to put the legwork in. Really, there really isn't much more to it than that. I mean, I would rather fish. In all honesty, for the Aether Sand. I made a fair bit of money making the Sun Guild, selling the Sun Guild Aether Sand, because I go see a frog about how much Aether Sand it has, and then I descent it, and the frog's like croak, and he gives me many Aether Sand. 1069. That's with big game fishing on. So that is probably where I've maxed it out. 1069. So 1069, 1068 is kind of the upper, I'm guessing the upper size given my current perception with big game fishing on. So realistically, it doesn't make that much of a difference. It not to the clarion carps, but to the frogs, the horned frog and the orca frog, it does make a difference. So make of that what you will. I'm gonna try for amber salamander. I'm gonna go for amber salamander. Should we go for amber salamander? Probably not. So yeah, well, let's go for amber salamander. So I'm gonna go to. So I'm gonna show how you can use the new skills to interact with older fish. I do quite enjoy the older fish. So we're gonna go to the Iron Feast, which is up here. So you can go back to the moon and fish there if you'd like. However, you can speed up the process for purple script by going back to older fish, particularly here in the Iron Feast. So I think it's about 80 script each per fish, and you catch something like 30 fish per window, which I think is an insane amount, not gonna lie. What's kawaii? My car? My ultra shiny car. My car is very shiny. Let's see. The graphics update has been very good to my car. It's been very shiny. I wasn't expecting them to do work on the mounts, but they made the mounts pretty good. There we go. That's gonna be an amber salamander. I feel bad fishing the amber salamander in front of its lizard brethren, but it do be like that sometimes. I am getting your lower cousins and turning them in for the sake of script. Sorry. It do be like that. It's pretty easy to isolate amber salamander, so like I will never run out of GP high cordials as long as I keep coming here every between 6 to 12. It's like a 20-minute window. Yeah, wait. Oh no, I'm not prize catching this. Never mind. We're just gonna ambitious lure and isolate it. This is great. Yeah, you can go ocean fishing to get purple script, but there's different, and you can just go back to the moon and go fleeting brand. However, you do have different pathways. That is not the fish I want. For fishing using the new skills at level 100, and that's kind of like not just in gathering jobs and crafter jobs, but also in combat jobs. I kind of look at, kind of have to look at them in the context of this game has been going on for 10 years, and there are new, and these are like, how do these skills interact with older environments, older dungeons, etc. And the team isn't going to get it right 100% of the time, but the fact that they do actively look at what's going on and change it accordingly is good. Amber Salamander. It's very easy to isolate since you're only looking for the only ferocious bite you can get in this pool. It is very when you use Ambitious Lure. So also the graphics update has made the water a lot better. I'm obsessed with how water looks in this game now. It just looks so much better, and the light looks so much better. And the way that light interacts with water is just, whoo. I'm enjoying that a lot. The game is just really good to look at now. Like, not that it wasn't before, but it's a lot better. Because it's not just, one of the joys of fishing is you go around and you look at pretty landscapes, and you're doing that more now because the landscapes are prettier to look at. The sun, the lighting effects is better. The fog, unfortunately, nothing is fixing the fog in Morduna, so you're shit out of luck there, but it's fine. It's not like I'm going there to fish. It's not printed textures, exactly. Thank you for the follow, Shirasaki-kumi. Yeah, I'm just amazed that it's no longer printed textures, because that looks like it's 3D. It's 3D. Textures look like they're actually 3D with stone. I think the biggest change for me personally was a lot of the clothing textures. You can tell, like, this is the tactical jacket from PvP, and it has actual texture now. It looks like cloth. It looks like leather type material. I'm amazed. Like, obviously not everything in the graphics update is done, and nor is it perfect. There's still some issues to do with things like aura scales and older gear that I haven't gotten around to updating. So fingers, and they haven't updated all of the crafter gatherer artifact gears, which I hope they get to sometime. Because I would like them to update crafter gatherer artifact gear with 2 dye channels and with nice textures. But it's just a world of difference between when you see textures that are nicely done and upgraded versus whatever they printed out to go on the PS3 all those years ago. PS3 is part of the reason why we have a lot of potato textures to begin with. How many of these do I have? A lot. I have a lot of salamanders. Okay. I mean, I play a male and female Viera. Like, I came out of it relatively unscathed. Some people have completely different looking characters. Thank God they gave a Fantasia to fix any issues. Skin tones were were one of the big things for me for some of my characters. I think I'll fix the skin tones of a lot of my characters, just because to compensate for them looking particular ways in the light. So that was a big thing, and I'm glad the team acknowledges that, you know, some characters will not look the same, because they do not and will not and cannot, especially if, you know, I know some people aren't a fan of the aura textures. Don't know why, but I mean, and maybe they find it a bit too realistic at that point. But then why were you playing aura to begin with? I don't know. But it's just a thing I've seen without having to go into the official. But yes, they're good. They're no longer just textures on your skin. They're actual 3D printed, beautifully done scales. I think the thing with Aurasia is that the thing that's really 50-50 is the limbo rings. The limbo rings are sort of like okay to me. I don't know if I like the change to the limbo rings necessarily, simply because on one hand you get a very unique look from them, but on the other hand, kind of making them. Now, I don't know if this was the original vision for limbo rings as the team intended, and if it is, you know, maybe we were just wrong, but it's hard to say. If anyone has any thoughts about lizards in the chat, please go off. Lizard's good. Yeah, the limbo rings are the big issue for me. I don't know if I like them or not yet. I don't know if I'm just not used to them yet. So we'll figure out what's going on there. Amber salamander. I'm rolling in lizards right now. I also wonder if they improved the sound quality in the game, because I don't know if they did that with when they rolled out the immersive sound stuff, but I think they did, and I think just the general change to the I don't know, maybe just because I'm perceiving the graphics differently, but I feel like the music's also been in higher quality in terms of fidelity. The game's been nice to look at. It's been very nice to look at. I'm not mad about it. How many these amber salamanders have I got? So many amber salamanders. I don't know how many script this is. This is probably a fair bit of script already. Imagine if this were up for like 20, like if it was up all the time and not just between 9 and 12. I would be rolling in purple script. I would ruin the purple script market. Not like I was short with gathering materia to begin with. But yes, I am absolutely enjoying how older fish interact with these skills. I've yet to do Ruby Dragon, simply because I've just between having to do work and other things that I've been doing, I've not had a chance to actually go to Ruby Dragon window yet. There was one that I wanted to go to, and then like Materia just died as a DC. Like, just the server died and I couldn't get in. I was like, what? Okay, that's no Ruby window today, I guess. Come on, fish! The other thing is that now that you have swim bait, you can just pocket fish that you mooch. Just keep some fish in your pocket as long as you're at the hole. Why not? Just keep it in your pocket for later. 3 seconds. 1. There we go. And then cast out. We're gonna go to the end of the window and then turn these in. I probably should eat a little bit of food, shouldn't I? After this one, I'm gonna eat food because I just noticed my food dropped off. My nasi goreng. I do try and like eat the food in 14 whenever I can. Some food I eat regularly already. Like last raid tier, the raid food was like baba ganoush, or like there was a lot of baked eggplant, and I already eat a lot of that eggplant. That's part of my diet because it's a quite nice vegetable prepared different ways. So we would just have steak, peppers, nasi goreng, upside down pineapple cake, and then yeah, from last season calamari and calamari. So I'm gonna run out of. Okay, what's gonna happen first? The window ends, or I'm gonna run out of space. One or the other. Is it worth 60 GP to guarantee this much? I think so. This freshwater amphibian is characterized by whirling patterns of deep amber across its moist skin. Moist skin. Is this the last cast before the window ends? I think this might be the last cast before the window ends. Because of how long because of how short this window is and how fast the Argentine time goes. And how long it takes the fish to bite. So okay. First of all, we're gonna go teleport to solution 9. We're gonna go to the mall, the actual alive mall. Turn in some stuff there. I really like Solution 9, but that was given. You know what I looked like. As a VTuber who's themed herself around vaguely, you know, city pop aesthetics. This is what. That's just a chicken. Oh, that is a lot of script. Yeah, that's about from 0 to about 1,000 script in like however long that window is. And decent these. Eighth area reduction successful. 12. 5. So 12 was the bonus. so I am kind of capping out. Yeah, I need more water, Chris. Okay, we're gonna take a very, very short break. I will be right back. now. I just realized. It's weekly reset. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing to me, except I get to subject myself to, you know, the Arcadian raids again in normal. So I can finish gearing up and get, you know, absolutely smashed by the fighters in the arena. What's coming up soon? Is that Chain Shark? Do I want to? No, I don't want to do Chain Shark. Do I want to do Chain Shark? I kind of don't want to do Chain Shark. I don't like Chain Shark. Chain Shark is, it's like this big value fish in Tinbek-Soli in Yaktel. I don't like it just because it's the same level of pain as like Sculptor and Apoak and Falina, and I just know I'm never going to catch it within the X-Pack. Like, I only caught Sculptor, Apoak, and Falina off X-Pack, so I don't think I'm going to catch a Chain Shark in X-Pack. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in the entirety of my soul that this big, it's not a big fish, this annoying white fish, not a big fish, it's gonna be a pain. And if they put another big fish behind this, like they put whale behind this, I'm just like, it's a real whale, I'll just be like, so desu ne, de wa kini shinai de. As you can see, as it nears reset, everyone is coming here to Solution 9 because they're gonna trade to Hihiwi. Yeah, sorry, no, seeing the Arcadian Reddit guy, it's a double take for me because it looks like the Filipino word for piss. Ihi. Like, just with slightly more syllables. This X-Pac's been great as a Filipino speaker because you have Tuliolal, which sounds like the word for circumcision, and well, Tuli is the word for circumcision, and you have Mr. P Relic Exchange over here. So I'm 12 and I'm having a good time. I'm 12 and I'm having a good time. He's a nice Makote, but his name just sounds like the word for piss in Filipino. Just like how Tuliolal sounds like the Filipino word for circumcision. When people shorten the main city of Tuliolal Tuli, I'm just like, I see. I see. I understand. Okay. Yeah, I've seen some unhinged thoughts about the thirst traps in Dawntrail, namely the winner of, you know, people, the person that people seem to be thirsty the most over is Bakul Jaja. Not even the sheriff in Shalawani. Not Erinville. Erinville's been here a while. It's the two-headed lizard who's a shonen manga villain with a sad backstory, but he's still a shonen manga villain with two heads. Like and he's not that humanoid. He's still very much a lizard. So. And people are expressing their thirst for the lizard in very interesting ways. Like, well, I mean, like, he's not the lizard I am personally into when it comes to the Mamulja, because that's Gulul Jaja. but yeah, it's not like I'm the one to throw stones here. But you know, it's just like the creativity of people never fails to astound me, I guess. Now that's yeah, just yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Where is he actually? I think he's still in he's still outside the Skydeep Synod, Mr. Bakul Jaja. Let's go have a look. There's also a guy just named Bakulja somewhere out here. Just like imagine there's a guy with a cooler name than you, just kind of like, and he's like the hero of the village. It's like that must do things to your self-worth. Knowing that that there's a cooler guy with two heads just floating about. This again, this area is a lot like Macalania Forest in Final Fantasy X. Same kind of vibes. Less frustrating because I can actually navigate through this place. And obviously there's a lot of fishing holes here. And you can go fishing in the various sea notes in this area. Not a bad deal, obviously. I don't like the aetherite placement in this area. It's alright. It's okay. It's better than Cosmouka because I don't like the aetherite placement in Cosmouka. Yeah, there he is. The Dawn servants have charged us with protecting the forest, and protect it we will. Are they in Tulialal? Are they in Tulialal? Like, where are they in Tulialal? Actually, I haven't looked for the NPCs. Are they in Volukshunsa? They should be in Volukshunsa. My god, everything is so big. Like, overly large. I get tired watching my character run on screen. Like, look how many steps these stairs have. Do you think people here get altitude sickness? I don't think so. So I can't find any of the saws, but I see Kona and Wuklamat over there. So they're here at least. Please allow me to thank you again for being there for Lamachi as well as protecting our nation. I'm also grateful to have new family in Galuja. While he remains in Station 9, we'll make sure to stay in constant touch. Okay. I am absolutely getting my... Whoa! I didn't know you could jump from the balcony. You absolutely do get your 10,000 steps here in this city. Like, all the cities in 14 have, like, this expansion, or 100% you get your 1,000 steps in, or your character does at least. I do as well, since I take my dog out for walks around, but, you know, I don't take him up through steps like this. God, this place is beautiful, but also steps! Steps. More staircases. Like, this is like this is 3 sets of staircases already. And a 4th one. Oh my good lord. And then we keep going down, and then... So this is like the main residential area for NPCs in the area. And then before you get to where yours is, you have to go through more steps. So many steps. And then we're now on the ground. Oh, but you thought the steps were over? No, 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 no. There's still another set of steps here. Well, it's a slope, but you know, there are just endless steps in the city. My God, there's so many steps. And we're back at the cabin. Oh my God. And it is now reset. If I queue for normal raid, I'm absolutely gonna end up in Arcadion. I think I will just queue and see if it puts me in Arcadion. If it, I think so too. I think most people walk fewer steps to get down to the ground floor. Okay, let's see if I get into the Arcadion. I'm not great at these sets of raids yet. Namely, I don't. The lines on the floor are not super helpful for me, but we'll figure that out. Okay. Come on, people, queue up for normal raids so I can see if I get into any of the Arcadion raids this time around. Less than 5 minutes. Take it. Oh, there we go. I was gonna take a sip of my tea. I will. Right. Right. 1 DPS. I'm gonna remember tank stats and see where we end up. 1 more DPS. Come on. Accept. Okay, here we are. Where are we? Oh, wait, okay, here we. Oh, yep. Yep. He's gonna clothesline us, I guess. Oh, I forgot I kept the language in Japanese. Come here, tank. Come here. Let's share the tank buster. Okay, he's gonna lariat us. Let's go. Oh, this isn't. Oh, he only does the 2 ones after he dopes up. Okay, so we're good for now. Up behind. Barbarous Mirage. That is a raid ride, I believe. Oh, no, it isn't. It's this. The towers with knockbacks. And then welcome back, Emerald Weapon! Okay. Fuses are ignited. Up, lariat again! Okay, back to the middle, back to the middle. Oh. Okay. Oh, he's gonna dope now. Do we know? Is this part of the kayfabe? Is this part? Does he? You know, he's obviously a heel. But are we in on the fact that he is a heel? Because this is very much like he is obviously a heel. This is obviously, you know, one of those. There is no way that this would have. There would have been actual consequences if he, you know, actually hit a referee properly. I've watched too much pro wrestling to kind of to know what's happening here. Negate that brutal impact. That's actually painful. Dodge, 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 dodge. Okay. Stay on this side. Okay. Stopping the ref to get DQ to keep his title is absolutely what's happening here. I'm at the wrong side! I'm at the wrong side! I'm on the correct side! Oh no! The contender went down! Okay, we're gonna let the bombs go off and then sprint! Stay on this side, stay on this side. This side is safe! Brutal impact. Absolutely painful stuff. Healer's doing a good job of keeping us topped up, but everyone's still gonna mitigate this. Right. This is towers again. This is towers again. Oh, did we miss one? Gotta go behind. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ooh, this is a tear. ST over here with me, over here with me. Oh, it is hard when you have bone stacks already. Infernal spin. Welcome back, Emerald Weapon. This side, this side, this side! Thank you, can LB. Someone can LB, not me, obviously. I'm just a tank. Right, here we go. I need gloves. I need gloves for my caster. Caster gloves. Roll a 66. Gloves? Gloves? I got the gloves. Excellent. I got the gloves. So I don't have... Yeah. You haven't even unlocked this raid yet. You haven't even unlocked this raid yet. Don't say Gib and then be like, I haven't unlocked the raid yet. Tee-hee. We can talk once you've unlocked the raid. But you haven't. So no tee-hee. I think that's it for today. Today was meant to be sort of like a short stream just to get back into the swing of things. Now that my roof is no longer leaking and then things are no longer flooding in my house, I will be back on Friday with 100 Days. It's a wine simulator that I sort of started playing on my Steam Deck when I was out of the country, and I really liked it. Wine, I guess, wine and treats and wine and cheese. Wine and stream, maybe some cheese. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But it was nice to get back into the swing of things. And I shall see you all sometime. Bye bye.